Definitely Goku. Favorite meal to cook? Pancakes, hands down. Well, if I'm super stressed, I just like to stress myself out more by having like probably 4. But if I'm level-headed, I usually just have 1 double shot. Probably how close everything is. You can drive anywhere in less than 20 minutes. Last week, I had a really good surf last week. It was not great surf conditions, but it was just so nice, peaceful to get in the water. The Rock. The Rock, probably just because I think he'd just be an interesting character to get to know a little bit more, like how much filming he does, how much travel he does. He still works out. It just sounds like a really cool bloke. Probably, actually it wouldn't have been a book I read, it's probably an audio book I listened to, and it was a book about, it was called How Champions Think, and it was just really good to try and get some clarification on the way that I kind of wanted to think and how I thought, and knowing it was okay to have some negative thoughts cross your mind. So it was just more of a book that made me feel okay, rather than it was just like an exciting storyline. Oh, so the last TV series I binge watched would have been Away. It's on Netflix. It's about a group of astronauts going to Mars. I'd probably have to say my girlfriend Kayla. She works really hard. Normally I would say athletes, but Kayla, she works really hard, and I'm always really in awe of how hard she goes and how many good ideas she has to give me, especially when I come up with terrible ideas and she talks me out of them. I would really love to get across to Europe and visit a bunch of countries in Europe. I'd love to check out Iceland. So I think Iceland and Switzerland are at the top of my list. Absolutely love the bench pull. I've always wanted one, and I finally got one just recently. But I've wanted one ever since I used one at the AIS as a kid when I was about 14 years old. And then there was no gyms in Adelaide that had one that I could get my hands on, so I've always just wanted one. It's just such a good movement, and it's usually the last thing on the list that people put, but it was like the first on mine. Definitely Goku. He's yeah, definitely has to be my favorite. Yeah, I really like Goku. I've been spending the last couple of years trying to remove a couple of tattoos, but probably the next one I would get would probably be portraits of my dachshunds, because I do actually have a portrait of my border collie, my childhood border collie, on my right butt cheek. So I'd probably have to even the standings and maybe get Pippi and Mr. Nielsen on the left. I would love to fly. Absolutely love to fly. That's probably the one thing that I've always wanted. If there was like one superpower that I could have, it'd be flying for sure. I really like jumping off stuff. So if we were having a party and there was like a big rock wall to jump off into water, that'd be my trick for sure.